Alright, this is kind of a standalone, I guess you could say a rant video, just kind of me dumping my thoughts of different things I've been going through this week. One thing I really kind of I've been really thinking a lot about this week and a half, 10 days, whatever it's been, is what success look like and what failure looks like. Because I've learned in my short life, I'm going to be hitting 20 this year, that you can't judge your life by the outcomes of how things turn out. I believe in the Bible, so I say God. I believe God is the king of everything. God's in control. You can't control the outcome. And even if you don't believe in the Bible, I think you can agree that you don't control the outcome of your life. You can influence it to a great deal, but you can't control if you put in 100 hours on YouTube, how many views you're going to get. If you try to put in 100 applications, you can't control that you're going to get hired. If you do 100 applications as opposed to 10, there's a much higher probability that you're going to get hired, but you can't control your life. You can influence it. You can control yourself to a very high extent. But like your heart beats, that's just the thing that it does, right? Not that it's a bad thing, but that's something we have to take into account. So for me, one thing I've been trying to do is really think, what is success and failure then? Because if I can't judge outcomes, because for me, I just get, bummed out, and I think some people here might get bummed out. Because if you just go by how you succeed or fail, you're going to be like, well, I tried so hard and nothing happened. Hang on the time horizon you're using, right? Week, 2, 3 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year, right? Depending on your time horizon. But I think we need to be gauging effort, not outcomes. And as a believer in the Bible, I believe, the God of the Bible of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I believe that what I'm seeing is that if we just focus on how hard we try and focus on ourselves instead of the outcome, we'll have a lot more success. Because we'll be a lot more motivated, because how much you've changed as a person is something you can actually measure. Whether it be going to the gym, or whether it be going to how much time you're spending online doom scrolling social media, or on social media in general. I mean, you can be on social media and it's looking at useful information, but if you're not applying it, it's the same deal as doom scrolling. So that's what I'm trying to do. Haven't been really consistent at it. I had a few new projects I had to do that were a bit stressful for me. Simply new ways of doing stuff, a couple things. I blew it out of proportion, I won't lie, but it was something new and I was a bit nervous. So I doom scrolled a bit, too much. So that's one thing I'm trying to get back into today, for example. Not scrolling as much on YouTube. Managing my time more tightly. Keeping a diary of where I'm spending time. Because for me, my biggest thing is time management, right? Like time management and prioritization. If I can get those two things out of the way, sorry if I'm getting a little foggy, it's raining out here, it's drizzling. If I can manage my time better, a lot of things go away, right? If I can manage my time, I have more time for my videos. I have more time for friends and family, right? So for me, prioritizing is a big thing. Something I'm really focused on. So that's a metric that I'm trying to use, is how I'm utilizing my time. How much time am I sitting down to eat a meal, right? Like if I can eat 2 meals a day instead of 3, there are health benefits, I believe, to intermittent fasting. But also, that saves you 45 minutes, an hour a day. Like try to make my food from scratch and whatnot. So that's, eating twice a day saves me an hour right there. I'm a slow eater to boot. Doom scrolling on the internet. I'm doing things like having a music playlist, so you're not scrolling through for music all the time. Or just not listening to as much music. Spending more time praying or meditating or thinking on things I have to do or things I should be doing, instead of just scrolling and trying to ignore my problems. That's success. Going through and just focusing on my blessings instead of just ignoring the problems. And actually getting up and doing the problems and making them go away as best as I can. Again, not focusing on effort, not... There we go, light came back. I should not have said anything. Focusing on effort instead of the results, but still, just trying to focus on effort, I guess would be the final line. And taking care of oneself, I think, is another really big thing as well, that I've been really realizing. Is if you can take care of yourself, whatever that looks like for you. For me, I need to get a certain amount of sleep, so 8 to 9 hours. To really work at top speed, consistently, 8 to 9 hours. And then just writing down scripture, reading the Bible, and journaling. Preferably when I get up or once during the day, and then before I go to bed. I've realized that I'm a lot more successful if I can do those things for myself. And then exercise is something I need to add to that list. So I think those are the kind of metrics we need to look at. Not monetary necessarily, because yes, you need money, but I think that's harder to measure, right? If you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, or if you're wanting to try to make money, the money aspect isn't something you can really measure. If you're already successful, you've been trying for 2 or 3 years, you need to figure out if you're making money or not, or maybe you need to look at a different career path. But if you're starting out, you can't, it's kind of hard unless you're, already have prior business experience, you already have prior life experience. You really can't use that as a metric, I don't think. Not at the beginning. You can't be oh, I'm going to make, $5,000 in my first month. That's not, unless you're onto something I've never heard about. Maybe you're a crypto expert, and I'm no expert in crypto. Maybe, and you have $5,000 lying around, maybe you'll hit it big and, you could go down in the comments and make a joke that you're so much smarter than me. Hey, if you can do that, good for you. But I think for most people, I heard a guy say once, you're going to be bad at whatever you start. And I guess for me, it's kind of okay, if I'm going to be bad at what I start, I need to be able to focus on what I can measure. And what I can measure is my own improvement. So that's what I have to say. So what does success look like? It's managing time. It's taking care of myself. It's prioritizing, faith, family, work, and then my side business, and then fun. And then obviously along with faith is going to be family. Is going to be number 2, and that family, friends. Close friends. I have 5, 6 of them. So. But I think that's what we need. And I also think we need to be really careful of cutting ourselves off for people with a different perspective, outside of the entrepreneurship space. Maybe you've heard of this, maybe not. I'm just talking off the top at this point. Not like I do anything else. I don't script any of this stuff. I think if you have friends who support you and care about you, I think that's probably going to be more important than if they also want to be entrepreneurs. Depending on how much money's worth to you. For me, I want to make money. But having friends who care about me and support me, I'm realizing is more important than having friends who have a similar career objective. Sure, they may support me, but I'd rather have friends that support me just because we have common moral compass, more than whether or not we have the same business alignment. That's something I'm realizing. Yeah. Just a couple thoughts. Think about it. Mull on it. Comments if you have something to say. Throw it out the window if you don't think this applies to you. Do that too. I don't post these videos because I think I know all the answers. I'm just posting these videos because from trial and error I've learned some things for me don't work. And so it's just a matter of deduction of if that doesn't work, what might work. And I want to document my own story and success because as I said earlier, there have been 3 or 4 days this week where I've not done a good job managing my time doom scrolling. If you think about it, you spend 2 hours scrolling, that's a 12th of your day right there, gone. I mean, if you spend 4 days doom scrolling, 2, 3 hours a day, even if you work an 8-10 hour day that day, or 8 hours for me, 7, 8 hours, that's still, what is that? I can do math, 1/8 of your day gone. And it's more than that because we should be spending at least 5 to 8 of those sleeping, if not more. So yeah, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. Like, I don't claim, I have my own personal issues I'm working through. That's why I have this channel, because I need to, keep track of my own problems. Full transparency there. I don't claim to be a guru. I don't claim to be better than anybody. I'm just a guy recording a story. So, I hope you got something out of that. Comment below if you think these videos should be shorter, or maybe you think they should be scripted. Yeah, put all your thoughts in there, and if you got to run, hey, do that too. Cheers. God bless.